The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Blowing out of the backfield, exploding down the sideline.
This is Hangin' with the Boys, presented by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Now, your hosts, Nate Newton, Kurt Daniels, Jesse Holley, and Shannon Gross.
Monday, you are looking live at Tostitos Championship Plaza outside Ford Center at the Star in Frisco, Texas. 82 degrees. It feels like 86. It's overcast. High of 86 today. Go. Low of 69. Fall is in the air, which means it's football season, which means your favorite program, except for Friday, Hanging with the Boys, is back full-time, 5 days a week in this time slot. We will be bringing you hot sports opinions on the Dallas Cowboys. Some you may agree with, some you may not agree with. But we always like to have fun one way or the other.
I bet you.
Kurt, how you doing?
Doing good.
Good.
Good to see you all
Jesse
today.
Holly, how you doing today?
I'm good. We friends? You and I good today?
Dude, I don't have any beef with anybody.
That ain't what he said before you got
How
it.
you doing, Nate?
Hey,
And don't lie to that man, because you know I didn't say nothing about nothing before he
I'm
walked
trying to
in.
get. I'm trying to get prepared. I got the L.A. Chargers in front of me. Trying to get prepared.
You have got stuff over there.
I'm trying to get prepared.
You
I
got
Watching film?
coffee, water, hand sanitizer,
and I got to go up
cream.
there and see your boss, Derek Eagleton, because I turned down a little thing that he was trying to get me. I need to get this rebooted because I cannot be behind and moving forward to the L.A. Chargers. I am focused in on what I need to do to be able to present to the great people of this nation, Cowboy Nation, the Star. Okay, thank you. Y'all move on. I got business to do here.
All right. We'll be back with you.
Are you
in a
going to
minute.
present to the people listening, or are you going to look at your computer? Or, like you just said, you're going to look at the...
I'm going to present to them. See, people calling me now, hey, man, I'll get back with you later, dog. I'm working. People bother me as I work, man. Don't do that.
You know you got to answer it before he hears you.
Yeah, I know that. I'm just trying to stay with the people, Kurt. I'm just trying to say, I'm talking to Kurt today.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
Get your
Jesse's talking to you.
Yeah, well, I hope you don't quit on us.
That should have been.
I hope you don't quit on us again.
Look,
I hope you don't quit.
I didn't quit.
What did he do the other day, Jesse?
I didn't quit.
What did he do, Jesse?
I went in the other room and
What
watched
did
the
he
show.
do,
I
Jesse?
couldn't handle it no more. And according to Twitter, a lot of other people couldn't handle it anymore either. I couldn't handle it. I could not take it.
Come on now.
I couldn't take the Jesse Holly show anymore, so I had to take a break. I had to walk out the last 3 minutes of the show.
Hanging with the boys.
I ain't mad at Jesse.
Hanging with the boys.
I ain't mad at Jesse. I just had enough. I couldn't take it no more.
No.
I
That's
had
unacceptable.
I won't do it again. I'm due for about one of those a season, and I just got it out the way.
Oh, early. All
I
right.
got it out the way
Okay.
after the first game.
Like the Cowboys did. Get that loss out
Just
the way.
get it out of the way.
Take 16
Let's
straight.
move on.
Let's
Let's
go.
move on. Speaking of moving on, we got to talk about it. Lyle Collins facing a 5-game suspension. He's appealing.
Yeah, they're trying to work out the gray areas of it all.
Nate, how bad is that?
Okay, if we get back Zack Martin, we still got 2 of the 3. If we get back Zack Martin, we got 2 of the 3. But if we don't get back Zack Martin, y'all,
That's bad news.
bro, I seen I'm doing my homework because I watched a little bit of that game, and I know we ain't gonna get into that.
Mm-hmm.
The Chargers ain't what we thought they were. You know, just a team. They are. I think they are a little bit better than just a team.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, and Jesse already done jinxed us. I'm like, hey, they're gonna do this against the Bucs, and then guess what they're doing against the Chargers. So I'm preparing. I'm hoping the players are preparing.
And I tell you what, let's. I know we all have some opinions if this is a legit suspension, but let's
it's
hold
legit. They just got to figure it out.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
How many games?
The reason why, right? Like it originally was reported he failed. It was because of PEDs and all that. So let's just.
Not PEDs.
That was one report I read.
Well, they're calling it, isn't it? There's a difference between performance-enhancing drugs and
They said substance abuse.
substance abuse, and they're not calling it performance-enhancing drugs.
The league's not.
I don't think so. I mean,
Okay.
of course, there's so much flying around.
Right.
Substance abuse.
Okay,
Yeah, substance
that's what I'm saying. There's all this stuff flying around. Let's let this shake out before we go in on opinions, and let's figure out exactly what happened. So we'll keep it to just football for now.
Well,
How's
can
that
I ask
work?
you this though?
You can ask me anything you
All right.
want, Kurt.
So he's obviously going to appeal it, but you know we ran through this with Zeke couple years ago, peel, push it down the road.
Do you just
and
take
then
it?
And then, yeah, I mean, by the time you got it, it's late in the season, and it was really crunch time. I mean, do you get it out of the way?
Yes, quick as you can. Don't play those games. The league will win. If the league wants to win, the league will win. They you agree, Jess? Disagree? If the league wants to win,
Yeah, absolutely.
Jesse, what's wrong with you?
Nothing. No, I'm. You just
seem real
said no because I don't want to. I don't want to have. No.
We got beef?
Stop, please.
He just treated me like his little brother. No. Stop, please. Just get him.
No.
Stop.
I don't want to speak too harshly or too whatever about a situation that, like you said, we don't have all the details about it. The biggest thing for me is, and a lot of people, when you get into this program, right? Whether it's substance abuse, whatever the substance was, Lyle was in the program. And when you're in the program, you're subjected to random drug tests. And I don't think there's a limit of how many times they can do it. And so if you're skipping drug tests, you're skipping them for really one reason, and one reason only. It's because you're
pass
positive.
them, yeah.
And the thing is that you can't avoid a drug test because they have drug testers in every single city in the United States.
3 and 4 of them.
So if you're saying, well, hey, and the league will call you, they'll text you, and they'll email you, and they'll leave you a voicemail. There is no getting around this. And what it basically breaks down to is it's, hello, Shannon Gross. How you doing? This is the NFL. Your random drug test will be tomorrow.
At such and such time.
At such and such time. Right now, we have you down as your home address being 123.
Oh, they come to your house?
123 so-and-so drive. And you go, oh, well, man, shoot, I'm not home right now. Well, where were you at? Well, we're on a family vacation right now in Munts Creek, South Carolina. Oh, okay, no worries. We'll have a tester call you from that location. Is 10 o'clock tomorrow morning good for you? You can't get away from it.
Yeah.
And if you're to a place where it's international, then you have to provide information that says, I was traveling abroad. Here are my time frames that I was there. So whether it's plane tickets or passport stamps or hotel reservations, whatever it was, you have to have information that says that you were abroad and that they couldn't get to you. But the moment you come back to the States, you're required to take that test. So missing them is not an option. It's not an option at all because they have them everywhere. So let's just wait to get more information. But again, this is another distraction that the Cowboys don't need this early in the season at all, period. And for Lyle, who was in the program already, if you're missing tests, you know the outcome. Yeah. And that just shows a lack of accountability to yourself and to your teammates and truly trying to win a championship.
Yeah.
And those are those little things that we continually talk about from this football team.
How do the teammates react to this kind of thing? Are they like, dude, you're a guy, get some help, whatever the case may be, or are they like pissed off?
Depends on the guy. Depends on the teammate. If it was Troy Aikman, he ain't even looking your way. Troy ain't looking your way.
Because he mad?
Emmitt ain't. No, the Emmitt done be like, for real, man. I remember one time I was in a jammed up situation. Troy walked past me, and all he asked is, "You gonna be there? You gonna be there?" Because they didn't want to hear you messed up. They didn't want to hear, because, you have all these go to meetings, team meetings. How you dedicated to the team, how you all about the team. But the bottom line is, when Sunday come, or Thursday night, or Monday night, or Sunday night, are you consistently lining up? And then if the word is no, then you're not about the team. This is how you ask me about my teammates. I'm telling you how my teammates talk. With some be like, "Wow, dog, hope you get through it." You got a few that be like, "Wow, this is my opportunity to shine." I mean, each teammate may be a little bit different, but the big dogs, The ones that's really trying to win, the ones that's really trying to go somewhere, they are hot. They are hot, brother. And that coming up saying you're sorry and I let you down, they do not want to hear it.
Especially for something like a missed drug test, right? Like, that's avoidable. You pee every day, like multiple times a day.
You should be peeing every day.
If you're not, you need to go get checked out. like that's an avoidable situation where, hey, if you get injured in the game, man, we can't do anything. That's freak. We can't do anything about that. But you going to get or not going to your drug tests and skipping them, that to me is that's careless, man. And that shows a lack of accountability and responsibility. And guys should be upset at that because you're trying to get to a place that you haven't been to before. And Lyle Collins is just not another guy. He's not a Jag. Like he is a key contributor and a key component to this team's success, and not having you for any amount of time, whether that's 1 game, 3 games, 5 games, or whatever. You know, Lyle, you've played literally 1 game in the last 22 Cowboys football games. Like,
wow.
1. You played 1 game in the last 22 of them.
Speaking of people missing time, Michael Gallup.
Well, before we go to that, can I get you guys' opinion on the whole Zack Martin thing? I mean, should they kick him out to right tackle, or are you keeping him where he is?
Here you go, Kurt.
No,
Yes, sir.
Start a fight.
Yes, sir. No, sir.
You'll start a fight.
No, sir. If he's not there, because I'm telling you, man, I'm telling you, Joey Bosa, he coming. Yeah. And if you want to run this offense with any type of efficiency, you need your best 5. And I think that Connor McGovern is a better right guard than any one of our 2 tackles backup. That's Ty or either that's Steele. Now, unless the coaches know something I don't know, which they're with these guys every day, that is the lineup. I fought it last year because I wasn't always about the best 5, but your best 5 is Connor McGovern at the right and Big Dog at the right tackle. Now, I ain't saying he won't give up no sacks or no hits, but if Bosa get a sack early against either one of these guys, now your tight end going to have to be working all day to stay with these other guys.
Just playing devil's advocate, doesn't that take us back to the same scenario that we had a week ago with that middle being soft? If you're now taking, right, because we said the middle was soft, not having Zack Martin in there, but we had Lyle. And now you remove Lyle and you swing Zack Martin out to the right tackle. We're now dealing with another soft middle this week again. And we saw there were times in that where the pocket was collapsing.
But the question is, and we'll look at film, is their inside more potent as what Sue and Vita was bringing last week?
Yeah.
You know, that you know, we always talk about it. Do you see how to beat them, but do you have the players to beat them? And so do these Chargers have the players to do that? Oh, you know, what I'm trying to do, Jesse, and what I'm always trying to do is keep this thing Dak friendly. You know, and even though I think our offensive coordinator did a fair job last week, you know, I got to see it week in and week out. And to me, this is a proven game. You know, I'm quite sure everybody in here saying, and I don't know how y'all pick, we should beat the Chargers. You know, that's no joking. That's no playing around. Now, what I saw what their quarterback did yesterday, that dude was on fire.
That ain't gonna be easy.
That dude was on fire. And Keenan,
that dude might be the real deal.
Bruh, he on fire. And so I'm saying that we can outduel them. And where the question is going to be is the defense. But back to what you said originally, that's how. If they did that, I wouldn't have a problem. If they don't do it, either way, I don't have a problem. But I'm telling you, we got to win this game. And I think the best 5 offensive linemen on the field at one time is the deal. Now, if Zach looked and if Coach Philbin looked and said, nah, we ain't got to worry about it. We got some scheme that we can come up and help Steele or help Ty. You know, I don't like Ty. He lazy to me. He lazy. You know, when you don't play as an offensive lineman with some fire, with some gusto, you know, you don't have to be the best lineman, but you got to have something about you, man, that you want to drag a brother out there. And it's like he just dragging himself out there on the field just to line up, and that ain't a good thing to me. So, you know, I would rather have Steele out there, a young, hungry man.
Other thing you got to think about too is how is this going to affect Zach when he comes back? You know, is he going to be 100%? Is he going to, you know, because some people that get this, have some lingering issues for weeks and months, and so it'll be something to keep an eye on. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we'll talk about Michael Gallup missing time. What else you want to talk about, Kurt? What are we going to get into here? We'll talk about
all kinds of fun stuff.
Should we be worried about special teams?
Yeah, and I'll work on what you and Jesse, because I just ain't liking this vibe. I got to make sure y'all kiss and make up or something.
Well, we ain't kissing. We made up. We're fine. Everything. You don't
I ain't
like
actually
the vibe?
how you was built. I ain't actually how you was built. You fine. Nice to get your emotion.
We'll be back. We'll be back on Hanging with the Boys.
I'm saying.
Honey, big news.
Gary, are you okay?
Oh, I'm not Gary anymore. I'm Jackie Flash.
What?
See, I want the latest smartphone, but the best deals are only for new customers. So, to get a new customer deal, I changed my name to Jackie Flash.
Okay, but the best smartphone deals at AT&T are for everyone, new and existing customers.
That's huge. Then guess who's getting a deal?
Is it Jackie Flash?
Jackie Flash.
It's not complicated. At AT&T, our best smartphone deals are for everyone. Restrictions apply. Visit att.com for details.
Hey, Cowboys fans, ready to spice up your next watch party? Bring Yo Quiero guacamole and be the game day hero. Yo Quiero means I want, and we know you want great, fresh-tasting, ready-to-serve guacamole for your home gating and tailgating events. Made with real avocados and the perfect blend of spices, it will be the star of any party. You can find us at your local Albertsons or Tom Thumb in the deli section. If you can't find it, talk to your store manager and tell them, Yo Quiero guacamole.
The Cowboys way, where 16 Hall of Famers and 5 championships shows us what success looks like. Where turkey is always the second best part of Thanksgiving Day. Where we are all defined by one single thing, the star. Where we as fans know it's our job to keep the tradition going. Bank of America is proud to be the official bank of the Dallas Cowboys and to support the quest of living life the Cowboys way.
Copyright 2020, Bank of America Corporation.
How great would it be to travel to watch the Cowboys win on another team's turf? Pretty great. But honestly, just watching the game from anywhere but your house would be fun. Even a hotel bar with some guy named Phil from St. Louis who thinks Oakland still has a team. So whether you're traveling to the game or watching from your favorite vacation spot, book a place to stay on Hotels.com. Proud partner of the Dallas Cowboys.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Welcome back. You are listening to Hanging with the Boys. Shannon Gross, Nate Newton, Jesse Holley, Kurt Daniels. And we are trying to find the live read for this week.
What do you got in your pocket?
Here we go. Monday, this is what I'm supposed to be talking about today. Check out the new Miller Lighthouse located outside AT&T Stadium where Dallas Cowboys game day traditions are born. Enjoy yard games, Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders, performances, beer gardens, and more. For more information, visit attstadium.com/Miller Lighthouse. Miller Lighthouse, your tailgate just got jealous. I heard they had a grand old time out there for the watch party.
Did they?
They had about 3,000 people showed up for it out there playing games.
They had people out here too, didn't
drinking $5 Miller Lights. They didn't have
$5 Miller Lights.
Yeah,
like that was like the whole can, or like to give you a cap full.
No, I think it's a 12-ounce can. They have a special price out there at the Lighthouse for just for that one particular spot. You go inside, they're $47, but outside they're $5. So it's a cool place. They got like a walk-in cooler and everything. It's supposed to be really neat. So. Yeah, I don't think they had a watch party out there. I think they might play the game out there, and people just
showed up.
Yeah.
Wasn't like an official thing.
Nah, I don't think it was an official thing. So, All right, fellas, let's talk about wide receiver position as a whole. Michael Gallup's going to miss. What is he scheduled to miss?
3 to 5, I think.
With the calf injury, is that what it was?
Yeah.
Leg, calf.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How big of a deal? I mean, if you're deep at one position on offense, that's probably your deepest position, right? You got maybe the best let's just say it, the best route runner in the league. I don't think there's a question. You can argue if he's the best receiver. He's a top 5 receiver, but he's probably hands down the best route runner, right?
I agree.
Best route runner, and then you got CeeDee, which had a bad game, really. What do you have, 2 drops?
3
drops? Yeah. One of them was...
I wouldn't say it was bad overall, though. It was up and down.
Inconsistent.
For him, there you go, inconsistent. Bad for him. I mean, circus catches you've seen him make, you would expect him to make those catches.
And that's the frustrating part.
That he can do it.
Boom.
That he's done it.
Boom.
Yeah. Well, do guys on that level still get... Do you get the yips? Do you get nervous in a game? Like, what causes that?
You can always lose confidence, or you can be overconfident. But don't get away from your basic skills and not looking the ball in. Just again, go into that a little bit more.
No, that is it. Yeah. Period. It's just the level of concentration.
Mm-hmm.
It's doing the routine, doing the routinely things routinely. And for CeeDee, we see him make all these amazing catches. And I think sometimes when you have to go and you have to make these difficult catches, your concentration kind of heightens. And then when it's one of those where you just, this is easy.
I got this.
And you take your eye off it.
Yeah.
Now, the one across the middle, which happened to be one of Dak's best throws I've ever seen him throw in his life, that was more of a little bit of alligator arm. That and then to do a that was a little courage.
Got lit up in that one.
That was a little courage. But that's... If you want to be that guy, like that, you have to make those plays. If you want to dethrone and say, I'm the guy, I'm ready to be wide receiver number 1, when you get thrown that pass at that particular time of the game, like that's a turning point in the game. You catch that changes the outcome of the game. You don't catch it, it becomes a tip drill, and they intercept it.
Right.
And so, Dak believed in you enough to throw that freaking dime. That was a dime that he threw, and you didn't come up with it.
Pro Football Focus, or Pro Football Reference, had him at a drop rate of 7.2% last year, which seems a little on the high end.
CeeDee?
Yeah. So is that, is this would you consider it a problem, or just a young guy still trying to kind of find his way a little bit?
He had 9 drops total last year or something like that?
They have him at 8.
8? Okay, yeah. So 8 or 9 drops total last year. That's a lot. That is a lot of drops for a guy who is, supposed to be.
Especially for last year being a slot receiver.
And we've seen it with CeeDee. It's the easy catches. And it ain't the hard ones. It's the ones that you should just routinely be catching that you're dropping. And if we're third down killers, drive killers, you don't want that from your primetime receiver, because this is going to be a guy that we come back to a lot in football games.
Well, I'm chalking it up just young. He'll figure it out. So I hope that's the reason.
How big of a blow is it, Michael Gallup missing those games? Is Cedric Wilson just going to slide in? Are you going to see a huge difference with Gallup out? Or Nate's shaking his head.
No, bro. No.
What?
See, because this is what I believe. And much as y'all know, I love Gallup. And I broke him down the other week, saying this is what he need to do to take that next step. But you got 2 guys in CeeDee Lamb and Amari Cooper with Wilson, and what's the other guy that's on COVID, coming off of COVID?
Noah Brown.
Nah, brother. It shouldn't be no drop-off. Not with Amari Cooper and CeeDee Lamb, and you got your 2 tight ends. No, don't worry about a drop-off. You just, one of your chambers empty. That's how you got to look at it. They should be fine. They should be more than fine, especially with Amari Cooper. But that boy put on a clinic last week. That boy put on a clinic.
Can he? What? All right. So he set the bar. First game right out of the gate. Right, sets the bar. Like I don't. It's hard to have a better game than what he had. Right.
Yeah.
You can't do that every single week. It's just not humanly possible in the NFL. What's the expectation for Amari?
If they throw him the ball, if they say, Amari, we making sure that you is in this thing often and early, yeah, you can expect that. I'm not oranges to oranges, apples to apple. When he was at Bama, And he knew the first 8 passes, 9 of them coming to me.
All right.
He was on fire.
Y'all heard it here. Amari Cooper, 34 touchdowns. What is that, about 1,900 yards receiving this year? Yeah. You heard Nate say it.
I'm saying this right here. This dude is on fire. Do not stop. Do not. Well, you see how low I'm is in this seat, man. I'm hunkered down today, baby. I'm hunkered.
That's because
Jesse, help me here.
That's because your eyes bad. You need to be that low to the iPad to see what's going on.
Jesse, help me, Jesse. I'm wrong in what I'm saying?
No. Amari should always. And the problem that we've had with Amari is sometimes we feel like he checks out, right? It's something like you check out. Either he checks out or they decide to go away from him. Whatever it is. With the way Dak is playing after that first game, he seems to be like he's back, right? There's no rush. There's anything like that. Amari has to be your feature guy, and then everybody else plays off of him. And if Kellen's going to kind of dictate it to where, hey, I'll throw it 50 times, I have to throw it 50 times. Even last game, like talk about efficiency. CeeDee Lamb was the one who was targeted 15 times.
Yeah.
And only had 7 catches. It wasn't Amari Cooper. It was CeeDee Lamb who was targeted 15 times. Like, that shows you the efficiency and how good Amari Cooper is I get half of what you gave the number 2 guy, and I still have more yards and more touchdowns than him.
Yeah.
Like, that tells you a level of just awesomeness coming from the guy like Amari Cooper. But he has to be the guy that's featured. And Nate's right. If there was one position that could afford to lose a guy and not lose productivity or efficiency, it's the wide receiver position. And while Michael Gallup is a really, really, really fantastic player, I think Cedric Wilson or a combination of Cedric Wilson and Noah Brown will be just fine at that number 3 spot. I mean, Cedric is as fast as Michael Gallup is, and they both run good routes, if not better routes, than what Michael Gallup can run. So they should be fine in that realm of not having Michael Gallup for a couple of weeks.
I mean, the expectation, you asked about the expectation. I mean, why wouldn't you assume that? You know, it's
because Kurt,
I mean, the Bucs were like Kurt, Norris James is listening to us right now, and he wants to know, like, the Buccaneers might be the best defense we played all season. I mean, do you see anybody else up front? So not in the secondary.
No, we get ready to see some dogs next week. Nate will tell you. Yeah. We get ready to see some dogs in the secondary next week with Derwin James and that crew.
They have 2 Madden 99 players on their defense. Two. There's only like a handful of 99
rated.
Got
2 of them.
And they got 2 of them on defense on the same side of the ball.
And you know what's so I'm through. See, I ain't finna talk myself up into the Cowboys may get smashed. But I'm telling you, if the Cowboys don't come, and Jesse, you said it, the Cowboys, see, it can never be when you are an uncertain team, one thing that has to be consistent is you're going to have to play hard and you're going to have to play smart. You can't be driving down the field and get a holding penalty. You can't be driving down the field and get a pass interference. You just can't. Not when you're on the road. Your special teams have to be number 1. Your running game have to be efficient, and your defense has to be outstanding when you go on the road. And the Cowboys are not checking all the boxes right now, so they're gonna have to play perfect going into this game. They got to play hard and perfect.
How many yards did Amari have this past game?
139.
39.
All right, so Calvin Johnson holds the record at 1,700-something yards in a season. That averages 121.63 yards per game.
Did Calvin Johnson ever play with?
We got an extra game too.
2 other guys like with Calvin Johnson was the highlight reel of his own team.
He was.
And he had dudes that stepped in here and there, and then once they showed that they was good, they always got shipped off to another team.
So I guess theoretically, Kurt, yes, you could expect that, but like,
no, I mean the total yards and all. No, but his performance, you would think that he would, his route running, it's getting open. You would think he would be there. Unless
Kurt, I'm going to tell you something. Jesse been saying it forever. When they turn on the film, I'm talking about these guys here, they defensive coordinator going to turn on the film.
The Chargers?
Yeah. Oh. Boy, I sure hope we don't get that Amari. Is I'm lying? I promise they saying, if we get that Amari.
You can't stop him, can you?
He the thing about him, man, this dude can get off the line and the dude won't even touch him on defense. They can be up finna press him. And he got some moves that you won't even touch him.
And the thing about Amari and his route running, it's the subtleness for him, right? Because he has the speed to run away from you, but it's not Tyreek.
Yeah.
And he's not like this quick, shifty little dude at the line of scrimmage. It's this subtleness about him. His subtleness and his knowledge of when to accelerate, decelerate, when to do all those little things, it is a sweet science that Amari Cooper runs routes with. And they're going to, Derwin James is going to have his hands full. And when that defensive coordinator turns it on, he's going to look over there in the defensive room and he's going to say, okay, Derwin, this is why we paid you the big buck. This is why you are who you are. I'm gonna need you to.
If you had Derwin's A game versus Amari's A game, who you taking?
Amari.
The offensive player should always win.
Really?
You know where the ball going. You know the situation. You got all the advantages.
And you got the NFL on your side as well.
Yeah.
You can't touch me. You can't pull on me. You can't hit me.
I love that a receiver said that.
You do.
I love that.
You do. And so, that's the biggest thing for Amari is just being. And Dak is playing at a really good level, right? So he's going to find the spots where I have to attack, and if Kellen Moore is worth his weight, he's going to find ways and design ways to get his receiver. Now, if you're saying, you know what, hey, we really can't win in press coverage, Amari, you're going to be in motion all day long. I'm getting you in motion so I can get this guy off you a little bit and then let you free release somewhere else. So it's a combination of Amari's skill set, Kellen Moore's play calling, and Dak dealing.
Coop said this, I think I'm the best receiver in the league. But there's a difference between thinking you're the best and actually going out there and proving it. Hopefully he's got a mindset this year that, I don't remember him talking like that in years past. Like being that outspoken and going, I'm the best. Like hopefully this something
about it. You know why? You know why?
Why?
Because all training camp he was sitting back rehabbing and he was listening. I think it was you.
No, it was me.
No,
it was me.
It was you.
Me. Yeah.
He was listening to y'all talk about how CeeDee Lamb
was dealing.
Was wheeling and dealing.
He was dealing, baby.
Sitting back in training camp. He was hearing all y'all talk about how, man, CeeDee
by the sixth game of the year.
That was you.
Yeah, dealing.
CeeDee's gonna be the number one receiver. Can we trade him? Can we get something for assets?
No, I never said trade.
We never said trade. When we start talking, I didn't say trade. We start talking crazy, and I kept telling you, I said, all right, now, let's stop trying to just put. We're not gonna old yeller Amari, and he's been sitting back here. He's been sitting back all training camp hearing that, and so in his little subtle Amari quiet voice, chess playing. Way he's like, listen,
art of war.
That go for everybody. Like those on my team and those in the league.
I got to go remind y'all. I know y'all hadn't seen me in a while. Remember me?
Yeah,
I'm still number one.
I'm still me.
Young pup. You'll be there one day.
You'll have your chance.
Yeah, right now.
Right now.
Let me go do my thing, and I'll pick you up when you fall down. Yep. We're good. So, all right, let's take our last break. When we come back, let's talk about more football. Kurt's Corner is back.
It is?
Yes. When we come back on Hangin' with the Boys.
Amen.
Hey, Cowboys fans, ready to spice up your next watch party? Bring Yo Quiero guacamole and be the game day hero. Yo Quiero means I want, and we know you want great, fresh-tasting, ready-to-serve guacamole for your home gating and tailgating events. Made with real avocados and the perfect blend of spices, it will be the star of any party. You can find us at your local Albertsons or Tom Thumb in the deli section. If you can't find it, talk to your store manager and tell them, Yo Quiero guacamole.
Honey, big news.
Gary, are you okay?
Oh, I'm not Gary anymore. I'm Jackie Flash.
What?
See, I want the latest smartphone, but the best deals are only for new customers. So, to get a new customer deal, I changed my name to Jackie Flash.
Okay, but the best smartphone deals at AT&T are for everyone, new and existing customers.
That's huge. Then guess who's getting a deal?
Is it Jackie Flash?
Jackie Flash.
It's not complicated. At AT&T, our best smartphone deals are for everyone. Restrictions apply. Visit att.com for details.
It's game day. You know what that means. First, kebab prep. Steak, pepper, onion, steak, pepper, onion. Next, a counterclockwise lap around the room. Now the lucky grease-stained jersey goes on. And lastly, the dance. You know the one. This is a game day ritual no matter where you are. Whether you're traveling to the game or watching from your favorite vacation spot, book a place to stay on Hotels.com and keep the tradition alive and well. Hotels.com, proud partner of the Dallas Cowboys.
Hi, I'm Clint Tillison with United Ag and Turf. When there's work to be done, a real workhorse can make all the difference. Like the Range Boss package. Our 5075E John Deere 75 horsepower tractor features a bell spear and loader and starts at $369 per month. And the price you see is the price you'll pay. No surprises. It works like a horse, so you don't have to.
Visit UnitedAgAndTurf.com. Offer ends February 1st, 2021. Restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
Now, let's get to work.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Fan of the Year. Does your Cowboys fandom go beyond the game? The NFL Fan of the Year contest presented by Captain Morgan is back, and we're relaunching the search for one extraordinary Cowboys fan who is a positive influence and inspires others through their love of the game. Nominate yourself or others for the chance to win a trip to Super Bowl 56 in Los Angeles. Nominate today at DallasCowboys.com/fan of the year. And before we get back to the show, I want to give a shout out to my man Fabian that works at a local barbecue joint and listens to us every single day.
The number one show.
And actually, I was in there eating with my mom yesterday, and he walked up to the table and he goes, "Mama Gross." And she almost fell out of the booth and goes, "How do you know my name?" And he goes, "I'm big fans of both of y'all. Listen to the show." And oh my God, now I have not heard the end of it. Now my mom's famous. She has told me that about 85 times.
She gonna make picks this year? We missed.
I totally forgot to bring her on the show last week.
And happy birthday to my older brother, Jamel.
Oh,
yeah.
How old is Jamel?
42.
Man,
42.
42 is a good age.
You 42?
No, but that was a good age.
Oh. Happy birthday, big bro.
Yeah, happy birthday. Happy birthday. All right.
Happy birthday, bro.
Chris, what you got going on over there?
Man, we ain't going to take calls there, are we?
Nah.
We're going to take calls tomorrow.
Take one call.
We're going to take calls tomorrow, but we're making an exception, right?
Yeah, we make one exception.
Why?
Because this dude will not stop calling me. Anthony in Florida, get on.
What's up, man?
Man, what's up? Hey, my dude. Hey, Nate, welcome back.
Hey, man, let me say this right here, man. If it wouldn't have been you, bro, I was going to get your phone number and call the local law. Give you some stalking charges.
I asked him, I said, Chris, if not, it's whatever. I'm just going to do what I do. You know what I'm saying? But check this out. This is what I want to say, man. And we are the number one show. Mama Gross is a superstar. You damn right. Check this out, man. Mike McCarthy. I kind of like him as a coach. But will you stop letting Bone Fossil talk you into things you know that will, if they don't work, which they haven't worked since he's been here, all the trick stuff, talk you into our team losing morale when they have an edge in the game, because that's just what that did. Because if Brady would have scored, that might have shocked our boys. You don't do it. I'm not blaming the kicker for what he did and how he missed, because he could very well win the game like he almost did. But don't say you can make a 60-yarder, and if you miss, put the ball on the 50-yard line. And if it doesn't work, Brady scores, which he normally does, it deflates the team. You can't do that. We were doing well. We patched up the line. Dak is playing out of his mind. My man Quinn got the defense rolling, but you can't do that. Now, this is what I call for. Mr. Number 21, Ezekiel Elliott. I'm with Nate on this, but I'm stronger than Nate on this. If Kellen Moore and this team thinks that we're going to throw 58 times and not use Zeke or not enforce the run or not try to come up with better ways to run the ball, especially in these games coming up, you're wrong. If the fans think that Zeke has lost a step and Zeke needs to get traded or something like that, Zeke will go to a team that's on the verge of going to a Super Bowl, go to 2 Pro Bowls in the next 3 years, and win a Super Bowl ring, and we'll be sitting here pouting. Find ways to get that man the ball, and let's play more ball control. Don't get my quarterback killed throwing 58 times. Russell threw 23 times for 4 touchdowns. Jameis threw 20 times for 5 touchdowns. You can't tell me you can't win. Both of them ran over 140 yards. You can't tell me you can't play football like that anyway. Thank you, guys.
All right, Anthony, appreciate it.
Anthony, just call back anytime.
He had.
hey, you know it.
All right, man, have a good one. You know, Anthony had a little bit of Randy Watson going on with him, didn't he?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you what. You gotta give Zeke the ball. And when you give Zeke the ball, if it goes somewhere.
That's sweet, Joe. That's sweet. That was sweet.
Thank you, Anthony. Thanks for calling.
Drop for that.
Hey,
he good. That boy good. That boy good and terrible. But
I just want to hear your response to all of this.
Well, I think that's, I agree. A little more balance would be nice, but they're going to win throwing the ball. Okay, every team now wins throwing the ball.
Okay,
and they weren't getting anywhere on the ground against Tampa Bay, so I'm not totally.
Well, if we'd have had Zach, I think they would have tried a little more. If we'd have had Zach. I mean, that's why I'm not holding against Kellum, man. But this week here, man.
Let's talk about.
You saw that I think like every winning quarterback threw between like 20 and 30 times, and every losing quarterback threw between like 30 and 50 times.
And that's why I was looking like, wow.
Got to get your analytics guys on that. Get them analytics, dude.
1,500, huh?
Yeah, but they're.
Man,
you got to pass to win.
They got me a little bit this week, but you know what?
1,500. You started.
You know what though? But
you started behind 8 ball this week.
But you know what, Jess?
You want to reevaluate?
Oh no,
you want to take it back?
Nah, okay. Nah. The thing is, they still control that ball 32 minutes. We got to score touchdowns. That is just the bottom line. When we're in the red zone, we got to score touchdowns. And especially on the road. When you're in the red zone, you got to score because your defense is not elite. If you have elite defenses on the road, then you're looking at a different thing. But even Washington yesterday with an elite defense couldn't do it on the road.
Is that where they missed the running game against Tampa? Was it in the red zone? Because they were, 1 of 4 or something?
All my dude had to do was just make that one block.
They missed the running game from the 0 to the 0. But when they handed Zeke that first ball, I think he ran for like 5 yards and looked damn good. I was like, oh, Nate's on to something. And Nate's going to hit, and then my man just disappeared.
Well, that disappeared from what the offensive coordinator.
Yep.
I'm going to tell you something. This is one of the biggest games, I think, for the Dallas Cowboys. Everybody, I was in church yesterday, and everybody, oh, man, they did a great job. I wouldn't even respond to people. They're like, why, Nate, you just ignoring us? You in church, you maybe don't even want to talk about it. I said, nah. I said, y'all saying the wrong things. Ain't you tired of how good they look? What do you mean? Is winning figuring into this anywhere? We got to win games, fellas.
What do you feel about that, Shannon? How do you feel about that, Shannon?
Minute and a half.
How do you feel about that, Shannon?
I'm serious. I be thinking all the time, man.
See, it just takes some of y'all to kind of sift through some of the stuff for a couple of days and sit with it to come back to what I said. I don't
disagree.
I just come off a little bit. I'm a little bit too loud at times.
Do you think?
So I come when I say it, sometimes it's hard for people to digest.
I like to refer to it as you're passionate.
I'm passionate until you don't like me, then I become a distraction. You're right. You know how that played out, right? He's passionate when he's good. Then when we want to get rid of him, he's a distraction.
I tell you real, man.
It just takes y'all a couple days to sit with it, man.
I'm thinking like, I'm sitting on the edge of my head like, you all right, baby? Yeah, I'm fine. Baby, what you thinking about? I'm fine. I'm like, man, we ain't winning. 2 years ago, man, I could see I was supposed to be in a lot of places planting a lot of flags, and I wound up not going anywhere. And I'm like,
and when you did, you went by yourself.
Yeah, like.
There's a documentary for that. Come on, Jesse.
What time we got left in the show?
We got like 2 minutes left. What time we need to be off today, Chris? 12:15?
Anthony, man.
I don't even know.
Yeah.
See, Anthony brought it home.
He did.
Anthony brought it home.
Here's something interesting that Kellen Moore just is doing his press conference right now, and David Hellman, the great David Hellman, tweeted.
Dave.
Kellen Moore says that the Cowboys called 28 runs on Thursday night. Dak checked out of 12 of them. So, if that means anything.
You know what?
I like it.
I mean, Dak's taking over. I'm not gonna argue with him.
That's what you've been asking for.
But you better do like Tom Brady and the other great quarterbacks. Some of these runs you better stick with, son. It just.
We should get on Romo about that.
I have no problem. I love the fact that Dak has come into a place where he's fully taken over this offense. It's got to be right. If you're going to change it to the right call.
Yeah, he said he changed it based on the look. So,
right.
Yeah, so.
And for those, when you understand the look, right, there's a box count, okay? Between what we call the box is from tackle to tackle. That's the box. And so your count is how many guys do we have to block the guys that the defenders have in the box.
And 2 feet behind the backers. Because safety's moving up and down to the box.
So if you're saying that I got 5 down linemen and I got 6 guys on the defense in the box, then that number doesn't work well for us. I check out of it, I pass it. If you say we got 5 for 5, then we go ahead and we run the football. Or we have a situation where maybe it's 5 for 6, but that 6 guy is opposite of where we want to run the football, and we'll say we'll outrun him with speed.
Yes.
Then you go ahead and you run the football. So when you talk about looks, just for the fans, from a player's perspective, a quarterback comes to the line of scrimmage and he goes, you see him pointing, 54 is the mic, 54 is the mic. That he's basically saying, here are 4 down linemen. The dude that I'm pointing at saying that's the mic, that is the 5th guy that we add into the box. So now these 5 are responsible for those 5, and then the linemen, they'll sift it out through their calls, and now that's where we go from there. And now if it stays 5 for 5 and it's a run play, we go with it. If it comes 6 or 7 and it doesn't look good in our favor, check, audible out of it, and then you go into the pass play. So if he said that he saw, what he saw, then.
And I've been asking for this for how many years?
Then you got it. Jesse, what's your shirt say?
A to Z Sports, Dallas.
What is that?
Who we do cross promotion? This is actually the company I do the pre and post game show for.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Just asking. Yeah. Never seen that before.
Yeah, and that's a new company. They just branched out from Nashville to Dallas. Shout out to Will Still.
Cool.
Zach, Austin.
Kurt, got to get out of here.
All right.
Good seeing you, Kurt. Jesse, thanks for bringing it. Nate, thanks for showing up. We got to get out of here and make room for, I guess, the Players Lounge. They're out in the hall waiting on us.
Players Lounge is in the hall.
All right. Players Lounge is on deck. So, Chris, thanks for keeping us on.
You've seen the best.
On the air. William, thanks for keeping all the live streams up and going. Up next, Players Lounge. Stay tuned. This has been Hanging with the Boys.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!